plenty of trade news going on,
please.
Bill. There's been a bit happening today, which has been good. And it's the Fremantle Dockers that have, I think, come out the winners out of today because they always knew they were going to lose Adam Chera. But that deal has been official. Adam Chera has gone to Carlton. Fremantle get pick 6 back and a future third round. So at the moment, it leaves Fremantle Dockers with what they've been able to do with some wheeling and dealing and trading of picks. Right now, Fremantle have got picks 6, 8, 19 and 22.
Wow.
So they've come out of it pretty well. But Adam Chera, of course, it's a great get for the Blues. He is a highly, highly talented 21-year-old. I think he's going to be an absolute star.
I want to ask you about the Blues very shortly. So either 19 or 22, surely they give for Jordan Clark.
You would think Geelong would take that, 22 for Jordan
Now, Carlton, because they've picked up Georgie Hewitt.
Yep.
They've picked up Chera now. They've got Cripps. They've got Walsh, Kennedy. They've got a good midfield now.
It's now starting to look really strong. Paddy Dow could still become a player. Now there's a new coach and a bit of confidence. They've got a really nice mix. We already know their forward half. I mean, Harry Mackay, Charlie Curnow.
Yes.
It's probably the best young twin tower combination.
We forget about Charlie.
He's showed a bit towards the end of the year that he's going to be a serious player. Jack Martin's got some talent. They're small forwards, Zach Fisher, and a few of them. A lot of them have still got upside, Bill. And you go back to their back line with Jones and Wiedering, and now if you get Sard and Williams settled back there, there's a lot of talent now about the Blues.
Lewis Young
is now the recruit as well. He's ended up at the Blues today.
So they should play finals, really.
They should.
Yes.
If it's all between the ears for them.
That's
It's
right.
a bit like Melbourne. If they can just get their selflessness and their culture right, the talent is there and they could do anything, the Blues.
Righto. And Essendon, the other side, I do like.
You like the Bombers going forward. So they've got Jake Kelly, so they've added to their defensive stocks. They haven't done much else.
What, the Saints haven't done anything?
No, haven't been able to do anything at the moment.
No,
So
nothing.
if you're a team in that middle bracket, Bill, and you're not really doing anything to improve your list, you're going backwards slightly in my book because you need to be trying to add talent to try and jump past these teams.
They could lose Ben Long as well.
Potentially, yeah. But you got to catch the Dogs in Melbourne and Brisbane and Port Adelaide and Geelong. How those teams that are sort of, around that middle of the ladder, how are they going to do that if they're not adding to their list now?
Any ruckman gone yet? Because it is the merry-go-round. They just get on and get off.
Yeah, but as we spoke about, the ruck or backup rucks, they just continue the merry-go-round. It looks like Peter Laddams will find his way to the Sydney Swans. So he can play with Tom Hickey's 31 and can play in almost 5 for that number 1 ruck role and as a second forward. We said Lewis Young has found his way to Carlton, the Western Bulldogs, backup ruck. John Segler still looking for a home. Your club, Geelong, are interested. Would you be okay with John Segler, Bill?
Well, probably not old enough.
He's not 30 yet.
No, he's not 34. You know what? Reece Stanley had a pretty good year. And they got the young boy DeConing who's got to play more footy. They just got to play him more. So I'd like to see him played a lot more.
Darcy Fort, does he stay?
Well, there's talks that he's going to Brisbane. So that's why they're looking at Segler, obviously, for a backup ruckman. Jordan Dawson, who's apparently the best player in the trade, says Sydney.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone yet, has he?
No, he hasn't yet.
No.
And that's got complicated because Adelaide now thought they could have got pick 17. They didn't take it because obviously Sydney, they thought that wasn't enough. But they've got an extra future first-round pick from Melbourne. So whether that's going to get it done. But I think Adelaide have got the upper hand here, Bill, because they're saying to Sydney, well, if you don't take our deal, we'll let him walk to the preseason draft. We've got pick 3 or 4, I think, in that draft. He'll get through to Adelaide, and the Crows will get him for nothing. So Sydney will eventually come to the party, but they're just playing a bit of game still at the moment.
Plenty happening in the trade period, Bill.
Oh, I know.
And plenty happening on this show, including Scotty Cam, who's going to join us next to chat the block. It is the Rush Hour, Billy and Joey, and it's all thanks to Carlton Draft on Triple M.